I am joined with Mark Godbeer. Mark, it's nice to have you back in the UK. You're fighting at UFC London with Dmitriy Sosnovskiy, I want to say, or Sosnovskiy. If you sneeze, you could say it.
Sosnovskiy.
Yeah, we'll say Sosnovskiy.
That's it,
It's a
yeah.
mouthful.
Almost, yeah, we're there.
Yeah, we'll just say Dmitry. We like Big D. We call him Big D. You know, he loves Big D. Mark, he's a change of he's a change of opponent for you as well. Yeah. Now, you get a change of opponent. It doesn't to you. It won't matter because you don't care. As long as there's a name on that piece of paper, you'll sign it. He's different though, in the sense of his style is different from your original opponent. So when this happened, did that affect your camp at all?
No, this was the good thing was I found out the opponent changed. The opponent changed 7 weeks out. So you know, the first I went out to Thailand to do 8 weeks out. 7 weeks out was. I went out to Thailand for a 9 week camp. 10 weeks before I fought, I flew out to Thailand. 9 weeks in Thailand, and then come home a week before. You know, I've just landed yesterday. So, but it was. I think we were 2 weeks into the 9 weeks when we found out that the opponent changed. But those first 2 weeks was just building that the fitness stage anyway. You know, just kicking over and just building ourselves up. We never got to the strategy and game planning stage at that point, so it made no difference whatsoever. You know, we just had listen, your guys not fighting for whatever reason. We're swapping one Dmitry for another Dmitry. So I've said it before. You know, if they offer me someone to fight, I don't say yes or no. I just fight them. The only time I wouldn't sort of, you know, if it was like a week before I had to fight, and then I've trained a whole fight camp to fight a striker.
Yes.
And then a week before they give me like a Commonwealth wrestler or something like that. Yeah. Then I would say, hang on a minute, like, you know, give me a striker and we got a fight going still. You know, that's the only times I sort of like dispute it and reasonably and rightfully so. But you know, I'll fight anyone. The fight was changed. These shit happen, things happen. I've had to pull out in the past with injury and personal issues and stuff. So it happens. We got an opponent. We're a few days away and we're ready to go.
Exactly. And the guy, like you said, he is different stylistically. He likes to try and get that takedown initially. From footage, what I've researched as well, his striking isn't the strongest asset in his way. He uses more winging shots to close the distance to get the strikes in. For you though, you're
getting the opponent on the back foot, doesn't he? That's what he likes doing. He likes just coming in, getting the opponent on the back foot, and then looking for that takedown. We got his number. I got his number. Let's welcome him to UFC.
I was going to say your footwork is, you know, for a heavyweight, you've got good footwork. You've got your kickboxing / Muay Thai skill set. You've obviously been sharpening those skills. I see a T-shirt with Fairtex on. Explain to people at home what's been going on with you, because you weren't training in the UK. You were in Thailand. What happened?
Yeah, I've done. Sorry, man, I didn't mean to interrupt there. Yeah, so basically, I went out to Thailand. I got offered a full slot with the Fairtex MMA team. So basically, the Fairtex gym, the world-renowned Fairtex gym, they've just spent, I believe, in the region of about £1 million on a whole new MMA complex. You know, 24-foot cage, matted area, BJJ air-conditioned area, full weight section, everything you could wish for under one roof. They have provided, and with no expense spared. And luckily enough, after my last fight, I sort of took some time out, went out to Pattaya, had a couple of days off, had a few beers and stuff as we do, you know, we're all normal. After a couple of days, I thought to myself, you know what, I want to train. I'm still an athlete, and I was like, I want to train. I don't want to stay on the beer and this. So I was pointed in the direction towards Nick Chapman, who's now the MMA coordinator, I believe his job role. Now, so basically, he deals with like all the European guys, MMA guys for Fairtex now. Someone put me in touch with him. I obviously knew of Nick anyway from the UK scene. Walked into the gym and I've done two weeks solid training now when it was supposed to be my holiday. I love it so much. I just trained for the 2 weeks basically. I went home for Christmas and then they offered me a full-time slot and basically said to me, come out, we'll bring out whatever heavyweights you want, we'll bring them out. If you need anyone, bring them out. If you want to do your camp here, we'll give you what you need. We'll give you everything you need. And that's exactly what they've done. And it couldn't have happened at a better time. Talk about timing and the way things happened. It was just great. So, yeah, now I'm a member of the Fairtex MMA team.
Oh, that's exciting, man. I did notice my invite must have got lost in the post to come and help. It happens, these things, but...
Give Nick a message. Nick's a good guy. He'll sort you out. So I recommend it to anyone. That's not me just plugging the brand. I've had a wicked camp out there. The guys has been brilliant. They had their first 6 fighters out this weekend. 6 wins. So that's a statement in itself.
I saw the photographs. Yeah, you were posting photographs on your journey with the training camp, and you could tell the facilities looked pretty sharp, pretty good, pretty dapper place. And like you say, obviously you can see it from your face, the way you talk about it. You've got this confidence. It breeds. If you're in a decent place like that, it just fills you with confidence because they're looking after their gym, they're looking after you. So obviously you're in Thailand. You got heavyweights brought in to obviously help you training. Was that like, did you get guys wrestling based to help you as well? Did you get guys to simulate his style and stuff?
It was lucky, I don't want to name drop whatever, but obviously there were some big names that come in at the time. At the time, obviously, Sergey Kartonov, he lives in Pattaya, I believe, and then he had a fight come up and he walked in the gym. And me and him for 5 or 6 weeks was just solid training partners.
Nice.
We were solid training partners. We both rubbed off on each other, and we both had some absolute wars in the cage. That guy can hit. He's got to be one of the hardest hitters ever. He's genuinely got to be one of the hardest hitters in MMA. That guy. God, even when we were sparring light. Just one of those guys just hits you. It just feels like being hit with a jackhammer every time.
Yeah.
So that was good training. Really nice guy as well. Genuinely nice guy. I trained with him. Like anything I was doing wrong, because he's a proper old school veteran of MMA. Anything I was doing wrong, he was showing me. Definitely got me to move my head, because I didn't want to be stood in front of it. Put it that way. And then we had other guys come in. A few other big names come in. I don't want to name drop and stuff, but a lot of big names come through my camp, and I just couldn't have been in the right place at the right time. The names that come in, the coaches that come in, Bruno Carvello, black belt, 3 Dan, black belt. Obviously, Nick Chapman as well, helping out with all my strength and conditioning and stuff. Then we had Babak wrestling. He turned up with a couple of other big fighters, and I got on really well with him. He top wrestling coach. He took time out and really put a lot of time and effort into me. So I owe him a good shout out as well. Bruno Carvello, he was absolutely brilliant with me. I couldn't have asked for a better camp. There really is no excuse going into this fight. My head's focused, my body is and my cardio, everything's on point, so just got to get the job done now.
Yeah, I was just saying, well, Bruno, for someone to roll with, is what a brilliant, fantastic kind of teacher to learn from, you know, because he'll put you in bad places and he'll punish you, but you will get so much from the grappling jiu-jitsu aspect. Kind of, he'll be able to teach you MMA jiu-jitsu, so to speak, because they're very different.
He was one of the top, sorry, I didn't mean to kid. He was one of the top ranked, one of the top ranked middleweight fighters in Europe. So himself, you know, I think if he carried on himself, you know, he was going big places. You know, he's fought big shows, fought a lot of people, very experienced fighter. So, like you said, with the experience he's got and the fight experience in MMA, you can imagine what he's teaching. The stuff he teaches works, and it really does. And with him being a bigger guy as well, he teaches like the big man's jits. You know,
it's very different.
There is two different styles to jiu-jitsu, so to speak, with the bigger guys and the little guys. There's a lot of stuff the little guys can do, and there's a lot of stuff the bigger guys can't sort of do so well as the little. So you need to adapt that. You need to adapt it a little bit for techniques that work better for bigger guys, what they do smaller guys, so to speak. You know, and Bruno's very good at recognizing that what works for us bigger guys. So, you know, it's using technique without using so much energy for us.
Well, I was like, if you do what Demetrius Johnson did and do that mousetrap submission, I'll tell you what, I'll give you 50 G's myself.
What's a mousetrap?
Like that was, if I see a heavyweight do that, I'll be jumping for joy. I'm gonna say the fight itself, you know, it was great to see you back in your fight, because obviously you had an experience down in New York, and then obviously I thought London card, high probability you were coming on to fight on the UK card. Obviously, you feel that kind of sense of pride when you're fighting the UK, because obviously you fought in Belfast, but then coming to London, you know, that's as close as you could probably physically get to home with the show. Is something about it that means a bit more to you?
Yeah, 100%. I haven't fought in I say the UK, England. I haven't fought in England for a good couple of years now, and I went to actually watch the show last year. Brad Pickett's retirement fight. I went, and the crowd is electric. You know what I mean? You know what us British are like. You chuck a load of fights on, you chuck a few beers in our hand, and you chuck an arena full of people. We're going to make some noise. We do. We're British. That's what we do. Beer fights. You know what I mean? And chuck everyone in to get like that. The atmosphere was roaring, and I can remember I was sat in my boxing coach at the time. I was signed with the UFC, and I said to him, I've got to get on this card next year. I've got to. I was just so pumped, even just being there watching. So I know what to expect. I can't wait. Honestly, I can't wait. I haven't. You know, the last time I felt like this going into a fight was when I won the BAMMA world title, and that camp I spent in Thailand.
Yes.
But that place just does something to my head. It just gives me confidence. It gives me, I don't know what it is with that place, but that place just does something to me, you know. And I got the same sort of feeling going into this fight as well.
Well, when you won the title, your hands were on fire that night. You were lighting up, Taylor. You were beautiful boxing, mate. That was great. And then you had, because it was Taylor, and then it was Stuart, wasn't it, afterwards? Stuart Austin, wasn't it? I think you defended against Stuart. Yeah. So, like I say, that Taylor fight, your hands were on fire, because there was a bit of a hype with him, because he was training at AKA, I think, off the top of my head, with Cain Velasquez and all them boys. Yeah.
Sparring partner,
it was just taking me back a little bit there, because he had a tough head, if I recall. I think it took you a few hits, because he...
I like Paul. He's a nice guy, and I take my hat off to him. He took punishment, and I think in the end, that fight was so. The guy was tough, and I remember I was stood opposite him, and I think I caught him with a overhand right, head kicks, and then I think the final one, after about fifth knee to the head. I was sparring him. I was fighting him, and I was stood in front of him, lining up a shot. And he said to me, honestly, he just looked at me and he said to me, Mark, I was like, what? This was like in the fight. I'm like, what? He's like, I can't see, mate. I'm like, what? He's like, I can't see, mate. This one, straight out, this is what he said to me, I can't see. But we're having a conversation, and we're having a scrap, like, I've just seen it. He goes, mate, I can't see. But he wouldn't put his hands down and say to the ref, but he was still willing to carry on.
Oh.
But in the end, I was like, if you watch the fight back, you can see I sort of stepped back off him, and I went to the ref, he can't see. And the ref, I remember Mike Goddard, I think, at the time, he didn't know what's going on. He's like, carry on, carry on.
Yeah, he didn't hear the conversation, of course, yeah.
Mike Goddard come over and asked him, can you see? He said, I can't see.
Yeah.
And,
because he fractured his orbital, didn't he? I think it was.
Yeah, but the guy, tough, man.
Yeah.
I take my hat off.
I remember that. Honestly, because that's one of those fights that kind of stick out in your mind. Because I was going, that dude, how has he not gone down? I was like, Mark's going to be tired. His arm's going to be tired because he's hitting that many times. You know, I was thinking, you can't put him away. But man, whew.
I remember in the fight, I can remember that fight clear as day, so it just shows switched on I was for that fight. I can remember it was coming right up to the last sort of seconds of the second round, and I can remember thinking to myself, I'm clearly ahead 2 rounds here. I ain't going to finish this guy. He's tough as fuck. And I can remember thinking to myself, if this goes into the 3rd round, I'm going to have to play like, be smart here and play possum a bit. You know what I mean? There's no, because he's going to come out looking for me because he knows he's down. And luckily enough, I did get the finish, but that was what was going through my head. I can't finish this guy. He's tough as fuck. I've hit him with literally everything. And that's the guy still just stood there waving at me and walking forward. I'm like, fucking reflock tough guy, honestly, tough guy. Really nice, humble guy as well.
Lovely guy, and that's the thing. It's you've shown that you can finish people as well. It's just every now and then there is a guy out there like a Roy Nelson that can just take a sledgehammer to the head and keep coming. And it's just that's those kind of fights really make you a smarter fighter, because you straight away you have to think with your brain going, okay, well I'm not going to knock him out. If I do try to knock him out, I might blow my gasket, and that's me out for maybe 2 rounds of trying to, or be tactical, just outpoint, move, footwork, and those things are invaluable in a way. You know, those kind of fights can help you, especially if you don't know who next guy you fight could be that similar kind of fighter, so you need to think of a way to get around it.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah,
it was a good fight, man. But look, Mark, I can't wait for the fight card to happen. I won't be there myself. I won't be down in London this time round. It's only because it's in London, and I've got to be honest, I'm not a fan of London. It's just not my place, mate. You know, you're a country lad yourself, mate. I'm not those concrete buildings and all that jazz. I can't do it. I can't. It's just not in me. You know, get me outside in the sticks. That's what I am. Get me in nature. Get me wrestling with a bear or a something. I don't know. Just anything outdoors, mate. Just don't get me in those big cities. But look, I'll be tuning in. I'll be watching from home, as I'm sure a lot of people in the UK be tuning in to support you. But before I let you shoot off anywhere, I need you to give. You mentioned your Fairtex gym. You know, give a shout out to any particular people you've not mentioned yet. Obviously, shout out to any sponsors. Obviously Fairtex, but anyone else out there you can think of.
But basically just my main sponsor for now. You know, all my training partners at Fairtex. Obviously, what Fairtex has done for me this camp has been brilliant. So I've got to give them a shout out. Prem and his dad Philip Fairtex. Nick Chapman, he's been great. Bruno Garvello, Babak, who you know, he's not part of Fairtex, but he was there for a big part of my camp, training other guys. He helped me out a lot, so we've got to give him a shout out. So just everyone that's helped me with this camp, everyone that's helped me get my head back to where it was a couple of years ago, because that's where I'm at now again. My head's back on track. No outside of the cage issues going on. Everything's perfect, and thanks to everyone that supported me all the way through, all my ups, all my downs. But we're definitely back on the up now, so I can't wait.
A focused Mark is a dangerous Mark is the best way to put it.
Yeah, it's good. A Mark that enjoys what he's doing, and at the moment I'm loving the fighting again. I'm loving everything about it. I'm loving the training. I'm loving the people involved with it again. You know, I'm just loving life at the moment. So when I feel like that is when I generally put on my best performances. So I owe that to everyone that I've surrounded myself with lately.
Well,
so big shout out to everyone that's been involved in this camp. Thank you.
Well said, Mark. Well said. And again, have a great fight this weekend, my friend.
Cheers, dude. Thank you.